So we're gonna make a really impractical thing first.
Okay.
And to try to demystify food, can you go to the fridge and grab the whipping cream?
The whipping cream.
And can you also grab the sweet potatoes while you're in there?
Ah, yes. Here is the whipping cream. And yams.
Yeah, grab those yams.
Do you need more whipping cream, or is that?
No, that's plenty.
Where are the yams?
All right. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna make whipped cream, and I'm gonna peel sweet potatoes for a thing that's actually gonna feed us, because we can do two things at once.
Okay.
But the reason I wanted to start with whipped cream is it's not very practical. I don't know when you have whipped cream, but what do you think whipped cream actually is?
Well, the name does suggest that there's something to do with cream, but the whipped cream that I have had is a spray. You know.
Do you believe that this, which is cream,
Yes.
if you were to whip it, it would become the solid whipped cream?
I would assume that it would be. I assume that whipped cream involves this. But I assume there is something more.
That there's some kind of mysterious process involved?
Mysterious to me. I'm sure people know how to do it, but even though this cream is for whipping,
What if
I
I
don't know what
told
it
you
means.
all you needed to do was whisk the cream?
And then I would have whipped
And you would have whipped cream.
I don't know if that. I believe that.
Well, I'm gonna just trust me on this one.
Okay.
And we'll see where it goes. So add some cream to the bowl, however much you want. Enough that you could actually whisk it. So a good amount.
Is that enough?
Maybe do a little bit more just to make it easier.
Okay.
And then whipped cream is usually a little bit sweet, right?
Yes.
So we could add a little bit of
Okay,
sugar.
so yeah, okay.
Because sugar makes things sweet. So
This is
we'll add a little bit of sugar.
one of my lessons.
Now, you could add a bunch of different flavors to that, but that's not what this is about. The question is, can you turn this liquidy thing into a solid thing?
Okay.
So I'm going to just show you how to whisk.
Okay. Show me how to whisk.
But all you need to do, the only thing we're trying to do is just get air into the liquid. So you're just stirring it. Okay? It's just liquid. You're just stirring it. Okay? And just keep doing that.
Okay.
You seem extremely skeptical. Oh,
Well,
just tilt it.
I mean, I assume like this. Is this
Yeah,
how-
just try to get enough air, a bunch of air into it. So while you do that, I'm going to peel sweet potatoes because we're going to actually have some tacos
with sweet potatoes in them.
with sweet potatoes in
This
them.
is the thing about potato type things, is that they transforming a very hard thing into a soft thing is very odd because
Yeah, potatoes are.
that's so stupid.
that was also extreme. I mean,
I sound very
I feel
stupid.
no, that doesn't sound stupid. It mostly just sounds like unfortunate for anyone with your lovers.
What, turning a hard thing into
Yeah, if that's your.
Nothing is happening. I
Trust it. You just have to trust the process.
just keep.
Here, do you want to switch?
No.
We can switch back and forth. It's fine. You won't mess it up.
I don't feel like I'm whipping it. I feel like I'm just kind of stirring
All
it.
right, here, try it like this. So you just bend the bowl towards you.
Yes.
And all you're trying to do is pull air from the outside into it. So you just go like that.
Pull air. Pull air. Okay. Okay. Well, see what you.
That's all it is. If you don't get it, it doesn't matter though.
Well, it does matter.
Why?
Because this is the assignment.
This isn't school. This is just trying to feed
I
yourself.
have to. Ugh. God, I was so. I don't miss failing at things.
There's no failing at cooking unless you poison yourself.
I
I'm
don't
serious.
agree with that.
Why not?
I don't agree with that. Because you can make something disgusting that isn't literal poison.
That doesn't necessarily. But if it's what you wanted, then
It
it's not a
isn't what
failure.
I wanted. I didn't want to eat something disgusting.
I don't know what your
It's
tastes
a
are.
failure of cooking if you. I don't.
Here,
Is something
let's switch.
supposed to happen?
No, it takes a while. Here, let's switch. Do you want to peel this guy?
Okay, is there any magic trick to peeling
There's
sweet
no
potatoes?
magic trick to peeling. Well done. See?
Look at that. Okay. Oop.
So you're getting the peel off?
Oh, hey, this is actually quite satisfying. Ah! Oh, no, I'm not doing that well.
You're doing fantastic.
Oh, there is something extremely... I just feel like I'm going to peel my skin at some point.
Well, look, that wouldn't be great.
No.
But it also wouldn't be the end of the world.
Well,
But let's try not to do that.
okay.
But
I suppose as long as I'm peeling far away from me.
as long as you're peeling far away, and you don't have to do it fast. You don't have to, people really want to do cooking fast, but it doesn't actually increase your speed.
Win the world's speed peeling championship.
No, that's for next
Time
episode.
we're gonna enter me in the world speed peeling championship. Well, look, it's nearly...
That guy's basically peeled.
But see, this is the thing. Like, I can peel a thing, and then I'm like, what the fuck do I do with this? What is this? I just... What am I supposed to do?
I mean, if you want to take a big bite out of it, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Because it's gross.
All right, just take a look at this. You see how it hasn't whipped into whipped cream yet, but it's getting thicker?
Yes.
All right.
So what's
do you
the
want to peel our
magic?
last sweet potato? There's no magic. You've seen everything that I've done. I'm just
No, I know, but what takes it from this to the whipped cream?
All you're doing is you're catching air inside of this thing that is this is like a heavy, fat,
You're
filled
catching
liquid.
air.
Whipped cream is just cream with air whipped inside of it.
Oh. Why don't they peel these for you?
Well, sometimes they do, but let's be honest.
They.
It took you. First of all, they are just workers.
So you mean that what you're implying is that the question I have asked is, why do I not have an invisible army of worker servants to peel my sweet potatoes?
It took you about 30 seconds to peel this giant sweet potato.
Well, you had told me not to get weird, misshapen ones, and then I did.
Yeah, I mean, the key with getting a sweet potato is get one that's easy to peel if you're going to peel it.
You said don't get one with lumps, and this one's got kind of some geographic quirks. Okay. Oh! Ha! Look at that!
You have whipped cream.
What?
See?
I look away for 2 seconds, and you've substituted the cream with...
But nothing else happened. I just taste it.
I just eat it off the...
Shake some with your finger, or...
All right. That's
whipped cream.
creamy.
You could make it taste like vanilla by putting vanilla extract in it. You could make it sweeter if you wanted by putting more sugar in it.
Huh.
But it's not magic. All I
Yeah.
did was stir it until it became thick.
Yeah. Is this about as thick as it gets?
No, you could make it thicker. The more you stir.
Because whipped cream is very airy, isn't it? It's very puffy.
The more you whip it. See?
I'm just saying,
See?
I want you to whip the cream more.
See, the more you whip it, the thicker it gets,
Yeah.
and the more air gets into it.
Do with all this crap.
So we're going to save this guy
Okay.
in the fridge for when our current affairs colleagues come over and we want to give them dessert.
Okay. How long does this... How long does that last?
It won't last.
How do I know when things go...
So most things will have expiration dates on it. Vegetables go rotten at, you can kind of see them rotting in your
Vegetables,
fridge.
I can tell when a vegetable has... yeah, a little bit.
That you probably should, like what we've done when we went to the grocery store for these ingredients was we got about 2 weeks worth of groceries. I think that's pretty safe.
We're going to show, in an upcoming video, we're going to show what we got at the grocery store.
Dry ingredients will stay longer, canned ingredients will stay longer, but fresh vegetables, you probably want to use them in a week or two or, maybe 3 maximum for something like a potato.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so we're going to make some sweet potatoes. We're not thinking about what big dish we're making. We're just going to make some sweet potatoes, and I'll tell you why in a second.
We're going to make some sweet potatoes.
So do you want to grab a knife?
What kind of knife? There's a huge knife rack here.
Grab a big knife.
Oh my god. One of these fuckers?
Yeah, one of those fuckers.
Ja!
You can do that if you want. All right. So that didn't work that well, but you can do that.
I want to go through the potato, but it just went into it.
So we want to make this edible, right?
Yes!
That's all we want to do.
This is such a mystery.
So the way that you make potatoes edible, there's a couple of different ways. You can roast them.
Yes.
This is a really dull knife.
Okay. No wonder I didn't succeed in chopping my potato. I blame the knife.
Well, look, we're not trying to do anything fancy here. So you can roast them, or you can boil them. Boiling is the fastest way that I found to cook potatoes. Mm-hmm. Things cook faster when they're in smaller pieces.
Okay.
That's just a good rule of thumb.
Yeah, I get that.
If you want them to cook faster,
yes.
we just chop them into smaller pieces. They cook evenly if they're the same size, if everything's the same size. Mm-hmm. If some things are smaller and some things are bigger, then the smaller things cook faster and the bigger things cook slower.
Oh, okay.
So that's why when
you could make a potato thing where some of your potatoes were cooked and the bigger chunks were still kind of bad.
Yeah. So like when professional chefs are chopping things into very small pieces, that's so that they'll cook at a certain speed and so that they'll all cook the same way.
Okay.
All right, do you want to chop up these sweet potatoes into these little half moon types things?
Is there a secret with how I don't chop the fingers with the knife? Because this is a big knife and I don't usually handle.
All right. I'm going to tell you what they say on cooking shows, but also, once again, because this is an anarchist cooking show, there's actually no right way to do it other than not chopping off your fingers. So if you want to just like go slowly and chop a potato like this with this extremely dull knife, dull knives are easier to cut yourself with. But if you want to do that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But what the shows will tell you to do is hold something like this with your knuckles out, because then it'll stop the knife from chopping off your fingers. So when you hold your fingers out like this, it's really easy to slice them off.
Your digits, exposed digits.
Exposed digits get sliced off.
So I do. Oh Jesus! I shaved the potato.
You can shave the potato. We're just trying to make the potato soft.
Okay.
All right. So chop those up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put water on to boil because we're going to boil these potatoes.
Jesus! See, those are hard things.
All right. While you're chopping those, do you want to tell me a little bit about?
Sorry.
Tell me some of the things that you like to eat when other people make them for you.
Well, sorry, my focus is all on this
That's okay. Yeah,
task.
focus.
Well, I'm trying to make little tiny chunks.
All we're trying to do is get them soft. So if you want to, I put mine in half moons, but they don't have to be.
Oh, you wanted half moons,
But
like
you can put them any size we want. We just want them all to be the same or similar.
Well, Jesus Christ. You know, I'm sorry. Well, maybe I'm helping people by showing that nobody could be worse than me.
You don't have to be sorry. This is cooking. This is the show to ask what happens.
Sorry.
You don't have to be particularly fast at it. It's more than reasonable to grunt while you're cutting a potato.
What are you?
Let me get another knife and see if I can figure something.
It's the knife. The whole problem is the knife. It's not me. It's the tools I've been given for an impossible task. This was done to make me look bad.
Look, we're not doing a normal cooking show where we have the best kitchen gear. We are just in an apartment in New Orleans with whatever cooking gear was here. But you don't have the fanciest cooking stuff.
No.
So we have one pan, we have one pot, we have... You okay?
Yes. Did I nearly slice myself?
The most important thing is to not get frustrated.
There's so much potato to cut. There's so much sweet potato to cut.
What if I promised you... Do you remember how I was right about the whipped cream?
Well, yeah.
What if I promised you that cutting this sweet potato now would have benefits later? It's gonna be
I
okay.
genuinely hate it. I genuinely hate this.
Okay, we've learned something. You
we've
don't love
learned-
cutting potatoes, or you need a sharp knife at home.
But I just feel, but it's not just that, I also feel so haphazard. Like, I'm like, I don't know where I'm supposed to chop next. Now I got this circle. Do I chop the circle in half? What do I...
Your main goal, let's take a deep breath. Your main goal, your main goal is just to get these pieces the same size. It doesn't matter what they look like. It's gonna be okay.
They're never gonna be the same size. Ah!
They don't have to be exactly the same size because the goal is just to get them cooked through.
I definitely would have cut my thumb there if I hadn't had my poor tools. But I am not an embittered workman. I work with the tools that... Jesus. Is this what people do? Is this just being a chef? Is just slicing a fucking sweet potato into a million tiny chunks?
No, being a chef is like being Gordon Ramsay and yelling at people. This is what being a line cook is, where you make $10 an hour.
And then people shout at you
away.
while you... Well, yeah, you've been generous in not... I mean, one of the things we want to do here is not be too like, this isn't so that I can make a terrible thing and then you could say,
no, we're trying to
that
make food.
sucks.
We're trying to make food, but it doesn't have to be... The whole point of this is it doesn't have to be fancy.
But look, people chop stuff really fast. This is just like, how?
Yeah, but why? You don't need to.
Because I don't have time for this.
You do have time for this.
I don't have time
you're gonna
for
use,
this.
You're going to use this sweet potato in multiple meals for the next 2 weeks. Okay? The time you're spending now is well invested into the future.
But look at these tiny chunks of potato. Look at all these huge chunks of potato.
Okay, we can cut them. See? Here's the way to cut. Look. Knife tip down here, and then you just use it like a lever.
Oh, okay.
Here, try with this one.
Okay, try with the big chopper. Okay. Okay. Oh, hey now. That's a little better. That's. Well, you could have showed me that at the beginning.
Well, you had to try it your way first.
I had to try it my way first.
I'm not here to tell you how to do it. I'm just here on this journey with you.
You're supposed to tell me how to do it. I want to know how to do it.
No, you've got to invest in yourself, Nathan.
Just tell me what to do. You know, most of this now, because of your choices, most of this video just consists of watching me chop sweet potatoes slowly.
All right, so you've made the choice that we want to have these in cubes, right?
No, I haven't made a choice. It just sort of is happening that way.
Okay, that's fine. But now we're on the cube train.
I thought we were doing half moons, but that I didn't. Everything turns into a cube.
That's okay. Now we're turning things into cubes. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God. I'm beginning to remember why I don't cook.
All right, how can we fix that?
We could have fixed it by buying fewer sweet potatoes.
All right, maybe sweet potatoes aren't going to be your best friend in the future. I will say that this is easier with better knives.
And fewer sweet potatoes.
How many sweet potatoes did we have?
Like 50.
We had 3.
Look,
We had 3.
one.
Those 3 sweet potatoes.
Yeah. Is that a lot? How do you know how much stuff is the right amount of stuff?
Okay, so that's a good question.
That's a good question, inarticulately expressed.
So I think it's really difficult to figure out quantities. I have a really hard time figuring out how much I should buy at the grocery store. I'm one person, you're one person.
Yeah.
It's sometimes difficult. What I'll say is one thing that makes cooking a lot less time consuming and a lot easier is to cook certain pieces well ahead of time.
Okay.
So probably if you were just going to do one meal, you probably only needed one small sweet potato if you're going to put it with other things.
I see.
But we got 3 sweet potatoes because we're going to make a bunch of different meals.
Right.
And if you're already boiling sweet potato, you might as well boil it all so that it's all soft. And you store some in your fridge and you use some tonight.
I see. So, yes. All right. So, okay.
So there's a method to this madness.
Is a sweet potato a potato?
Sweet potatoes, it's potatoey. I have no idea. What do you think I am, a botanist?
I was just curious. I'm just asking the questions that I feel like the average person has, or slightly below average person.
I have no idea. I'm sure it's someone is going to make fun of us, and that's fine. I'm sure it is potato-y.
Well,
all I know as far as cooking it is you cook it like you cook a potato.
Well, I think I should note that I fully expect the YouTube comments on here to be full of mean bastards just saying like, look at it, you can't chop a sweet potato, the fucking asshole.
No, there's just going to be other weird things like go read Marx or something.
They're going to be mad at me. They're going to be, people going to... But the whole point is that I want to show... I'm not here for the people who are better than me. I'm here for the people who are as bad as me or worse. And to show them that if you've been told, if you get like a sweet potato recipe and then you just get in this situation,
This is how you
solidarity, my friend.
Solidarity. This is a solidarity show. All right. When you're done with your sweet potatoes, you want to put them in this bowl?
Yeah. Oh, they're so abnormal and
That's
irregular and ugly.
That's fine. Doesn't matter.
Food's supposed to be beautiful.
We can make this beautiful. I promise.
Bullshit.
I promise we'll make this beautiful.
We're
But
not gonna make this beautiful. I've uglified the sweet potatoes. They're
look,
all...
we're going to do an episode at the
Is
end
this-
that's how to cook for someone else and how to impress them with food. That's when it matters what cooking
This
looks
is too
like.
big.
Does it matter what cooking looks like when you eat it?
No, I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care.
don't
I
care
know
what it
you.
looks-
You don't care.
I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it looks like. All right.
All right, put the sweet potatoes in the bin.
Okay, I've actually... Okay, we've succeeded
chopped
in
up sweet
chopping...
potatoes.
Jesus, that's
This
a lot.
is sweet potatoes for your next 2 weeks of meals.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So once the water over there is boiling, do you want to just toss these in the pan?
Yeah. Okay.